Hey everyone, welcome to my last video for Technique Junkies in 2023. Let's make this sparkly card come to life. Okay, so we're going to make a shimmery card. So first I'm going to grab some watercolor cardstock here, and I'll be cutting this piece out, but I do like to use watercolor because I'm going to be using a lot of water, and I'm going to be using these Nouveau drop, well, they're not drops, they're powder. They're like a shimmer powder, and I'm going to be using three colors, the blue, the yellow, and the cherry bomb, I think it is. And I'm just going to sprinkle these directly onto the paper in three different spots. And I do a couple of layers or a couple of coats to get the intensity I want of color. But you just kind of sprinkle the powder onto the paper or whatever medium you're using, and it reacts with water. So I'll start here, and then I'm just going to spray this down with water and get these colors moving around. And I'll just kind of pick it up and just kind of move them around a little to get them to kind of blend some, so that I get a nice rainbow effect, and add more water just to get the movement I need. But the more water you add, you lose some of your intensity. And I'm not worried about the edges there too much because I'll be cutting this up, but I am cleaning it up so it doesn't soak back up. So I'm going to add some more color, add some more yellow because you can hardly see the yellow anymore. And if you get a glob, just move it around with your finger, or, a brush if you're so inclined. Me, I'll use my fingers. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a dry to get the colors to stop moving. And then I'm going to go in for my second round here, because I do want pretty intense colors. And this stuff, it's hard to see on camera, but it's sparkly, shimmery. So we're making a total celebration card for New Year's with this Happy New Year's stamp from Technique Junkies. And I'll have the number listed in the description box below. So I'm going to just add a little bit more water and get these colors moving around a little bit more. Because again, they will lighten up a little bit as they dry, and I do want some pretty intense color. There we go. Now we've got movement. And so now I've got all the colors of the rainbow on here. And I'll go ahead and give that a good dry here. I want to make sure it's nice and dry for the next step. All right, so now I've got the Happy New Year stamp here, and this is a nice big stamp. And I'm going to lay my paper down in my MISTI here. And I'm not gonna I'm not going to put it down in the corner or anything, but I am going to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to place my stamp, plop down in the middle of all those colors. And I'm going to stamp probably a total of 4 times, because remember, we are stamping on watercolor paper, and it's kind of notoriously hard to get good coverage on watercolor without multiple stamps. So I do recommend some sort of a stamping platform or stabilizing tool so you can get your stamp in the same place each time. So you see that's way too light. Just add some more ink. Give it another push. Gonna let it soak in. Yep, gonna need more, because I need this to stand out very well against that colorful background. All right, let's check it. And I'm going to grab my clear embossing powder while I let that kind of soak in for a minute. And one more time to make sure it's nice and wet. Because of the VersaFine Clear is a pigment ink, it stays wet on the surface, so it's very easy to emboss. And I could use a sparkly embossing powder too, but I've got to draw the line somewhere. So this will be it. We'll have shiny but not sparkly on our Happy New Year. There we go. Very nice and intense here. I'll go ahead and get the Misty tool out of my way and grab my clear embossing powder. And I didn't bother with coating it with anti-static powder. I didn't feel like it was really necessary because it's clear and you won't see it except for where the black is. And I'll go ahead and set that with my heat tool. You always want to warm up your heat tool ahead of time so that you're not staying on one spot at the same time. Now this is watercolor paper, it's pretty heavy. So, you know, warping isn't that bad. But you want to make sure you get it all because there's a lot of little stars there that are hiding. So lift it up and check to make sure you've got it all melted. And then what I'll do is off camera, I'll fussy cut this out. So there we go. There's our Happy New Year. Okay, now that I have this cut out, doesn't that look pretty? I'm going to put it against some sparkle paper and then some holographic paper. So we are going all out for the celebrating here. And I'm going to trim my sparkle paper down to, I want to say 3 3/4 by 5. I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah, it's 3 3/4 by 5, and the holographic paper I'm doing at 5 1/4 by 4. Super easy and quick card. I think it takes me longer just to find my stuff, but you could mass produce these if you wanted to, as long as you're inclined to fussy cutting, which I am. I actually enjoy fussy cutting. So I'm going to mount this silver paper to a black card base. And I'm going to be putting my glue not all the way to the edge on the silver paper because first I'm going to try my tape runner because this particular silver holographic paper likes to show glue wormies, and I don't like that. So I'm not going to put it all the way to the edge because this inner portion is going to be covered with the sparkly paper. So I'm not super worried about it. But you'll see that all those glues will show right through this paper. So just give it a push down, make sure it's good and stuck down. And then the black sparkly paper is going to go right on top of that. I will pop that up though on some foam tape just for some dimension in the card. And I'm just using regular old Amazon foam tape. I buy them in 3 packs of 3 different sizes for a pretty good price. Most of the time though, you'll see me using my fun foam because I still feel like that's the best value, best bang for your buck. But it does require that you use glue, so you have to calculate in that glue. And I went a little over the edge there, so you just trim it off if you did. No big deal. Can you see that glue under that silver paper? Ugh, just annoying. So this is going to cover that up just fine. I'll just peel back my tape backer stuff, and then I'll stand up and place this down. And there, our little glue worms are not a problem anymore. So all we need to do now is just to glue on our sentiment. And doesn't that look pretty? I just love that that sparkly stuff, that Nouveau. And I'm going to go even further, and I believe I'm going to make myself a thread nest out of this silver thread. Or not. Maybe not. Well, I'm going to put my foam tape down on my sentiment because I do want to pop that up as well. I just want to go to town with the sparkles here. So I hope you didn't miss Technique Junkies clearance sale that she had. Was 40% off, and then you can save another 10% at Technique Junkies for everything else with my discount code TJ10color. And I'll go ahead and peel the backer off of here. Yeah, I guess I decided against using the silver tape or the silver thread. Just too much work. Oh boy. I'll just get this placed down in the center here. And yeah, I'm gonna do some gems here. And these are little, wannabe diamonds. And I'm just gonna pop a few up here and there, just to add even more bling to this already blingy card. So I think I'll do 3 at the top and 2 at the bottom. And I'm just going to grab my little wax pencil here and lay down the bling. And the glue dries clear, so I'm not worried about that. Here's the tricky part, is finding any of these that are right side up. Boy, it's a fight to turn them the right way. Okay, and let's get a couple at the bottom here. Lots of good stuff coming up for you this coming year. I can't wait. Okay, one more. Yep, we're gonna just go for 5, and there we have it. We've got our blingy little Happy New Year card ready to send to someone or hand to someone on New Year's Eve to give them a holiday greeting. Well, y'all, I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more videos from me. Thanks a lot for watching, and have an awesome day.